We have talked about KDP Select quite a bit recently, and that is the exclusive with Kindle for your, or exclusive with Amazon for your ebook, where your ebook is then placed in Kindle Unlimited. It's a bit like Netflix for books, but it does mean that you're exclusive on your ebook only for Amazon. And so Jennifer had a question, Jenna had a question, discussing the pros and cons of this program and why an author would or would not want to participate, and how do the payments work. So let's talk about that and break that one down. Some of the pros of Kindle Unlimited is you have a reader base that are more likely to try your book as a newer author. Just like if I'm browsing around on Netflix and I see a show I've never seen before, I might give it a try. But if it's on Amazon and if I have to pay $2.99 per episode, unless I really want that show, chances of me trying it shrink quite a bit. So Kindle Unlimited can give new readers a chance to break into the market. The other point for Kindle Unlimited is voracious readers have started to realize that they can read more affordably through subscriptions. So romance readers, fantasy readers, mystery readers, cozy mystery in particular, these people tend to be voracious readers. They are reading a book a week at minimum. Many of them are reading a book every other day. So they are reading a lot. And so they tend to go towards Kindle Unlimited subscriptions and Kindle Unlimited books because it's more affordable. It's also important to note that many of these readers, especially in cozy mysteries, tend to be a little bit older and on fixed incomes, again, bringing that cost into play. And we're even seeing, while typically older readers in the past have really enjoyed a physical print book, we are seeing them kind of exchange that for the price decrease of Kindle Unlimited in some cases, and again, with really voracious readers. So that's something to consider. If your book is in a romance genre, if it is in fantasy, especially if it's kind of young adult fantasy, or if your book is in a mystery, it may be a smart choice. I do not typically recommend Kindle Unlimited for nonfiction books because nonfiction books tend to be something that people read more slowly. They're willing to invest a little bit more money in. And many times when people are looking for nonfiction books, especially for advice or how-to, they have a problem and you have the solution and they're willing to pay for it. You know, if a pipe breaks in my house, I'm gonna knock on wood for that one, then I'm willing to pay for a plumber. That they could pretty much charge me whatever, and I'd be like, just come fix it, please. So there is kind of that supply and demand nature there. The other things that you may not want to put your book in Kindle Unlimited in is if you do standalones, especially if you're a bit of a slow writer. If your book is, you know, you've got a standalone and you're only writing a book every 1 or 2 years, you may not want to do that. Thrillers, true thrillers tend to come out more slowly and more spaced out, and thriller readers often are going for those high profile names, but they're paying $14.99 for a Kindle. So they are kind of conditioned to spend a little bit more money and not to go through subscriptions. So we could certainly, you know, debate the merits for every single genre, but those are the basics that I'd be looking at. Does your genre do well in Kindle Unlimited? If so, if that's where your readers are, you've got to go where your readers are if you want to have big sales. Or you don't have to, but it certainly helps, especially as a debut or new author who's trying to get your name out there. Now, as far as payments, you do get paid per page read. So by the page read, I believe on average it's someone correct me if I'm wrong, but on average, not always, it changes by the month, depending on how many people pay into the subscription services, how many pages are read, it's divided out, they math, which is super hard. But on the average, I believe you get paid it's either 0.04 or 0.004. It's 0.004, I think, cents. I did say that. You're not getting paid a lot per page read. However, you get large quantities. I have an author right now. We launched 6 books in a series last year, and he is currently getting anywhere from 10 to 18,000 page reads a day on that series. So that's a lot of page reads. Over the course of a month, he's averaging up over, it's actually growing steadily, but he's averaging over 200,000 page reads per month. And I think this month, he will absolutely break 300,000. So that's actually making a tidy profit for him as it's coming in because of the quantity. And he would not have that quantity, I don't believe, if his book wasn't in Kindle Unlimited based on the genre. Now, with that said, he also can sell his book, the ebook, directly on Amazon. So when we're looking at a book that is on Kindle Unlimited, it will say it's free to read on Kindle Unlimited, or you can pay $3.99 and just buy the book. So if I'm not on Kindle Unlimited, I can still buy the ebook, but only on Amazon, because again, it's an Amazon exclusive. And he's getting anywhere from 5 to 15 ebooks sold per day that way. And because he's over the $2.99 price, he's making that 70% royalty. So you have both options when you're on Kindle Unlimited. For the reader, they can read on Kindle Unlimited or outright purchase. And that's how the royalty and the payout works. Hopefully that makes sense and I didn't just confuse you more, but it is one of those systems where you are giving up a little bit to see what you can make out of it. There are times where I tell people, hey, try Kindle Unlimited, try Kindle Select for 90 days. Try it for 6 months. See if it's good for your market. And if it's not bringing you much, it's a 90-day exclusive. After that, you can opt out and you can go wide. So you do have options to expand afterwards if you wish.